Howdy loyal fans, subscribers and you viewers. Today we're going to be looking at The River Dragon Has Come by Nevermore. A nice little delight on a 7-string for you. Let's take a look. So I just wanted to talk about the tuning. It's basically a 7-string in standard tuning dropped half a step. So we got B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat again, and another E flat at the bottom. So get yourself a tune and we'll get started. Okay, so this entire first section is going to start off with a pretty simple tapping idea. I want to have my left hand on 7th fret of the first string, and I'm going to tap with my right hand on 12. We're going to do this tap into a pull off twice. So I'm going 12, 7. So doing the tap, pulling off to 7, I do that twice. After that, I want to pull that 7 off to an open note and then hammer back to 7. So we've got 6 notes all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just going to keep that simple idea and carry that over to a couple of different positions. So that first idea of 6 notes, I want to do 8 of those in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm going to do 4 of that, but all I'm going to do is shift that tap over to 13th fret of the first string, and I'm just going to keep my pointer finger still on 7, and that stays there pretty much for the whole first section. So what I want to do here is do 13 with that double tap idea with the 6 notes. We're going to do 4 of these. So we've got 8 on 12 and then 4 on 13. Okay, now the next bit we're going to do is we're going to do that same idea of 6 notes from 15 twice, 17 once, and then 15 once. So I'll just do the last 4. So we've got 8 on 12, 4 on 13, and then we've got 15 twice, 17 once, and 15 once. So let's do the whole first half of the first section. Hopefully that's making sense. So what I want to do now is I'm going to do another group of 8 on the first one. Okay, then I'm going to shift that tap over to 13 and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically exactly the same thus far. And then I'm going to go just 15 twice on the first string, and then after that we just do a slide from that 7th fret onwards. So all we're going to do is 8 on 12, 4 on 13, and then 2 on 15, and then do that final slide, and then we'll work into the second section. Let's try that one more time, and then we'll do it again slowly with some tabs. Second half. One more time with some tabs. So let's have a look at the second section. This is basically the same idea 4 times, working with these diminished and chromatic ideas. As soon as we do the first chunk, we're going to bring it back a semitone and do exactly the same thing, and then bring it back to do the first chunk and then bring it back a semitone. So essentially it's the same thing 4 times, just with a 1 fret shift. So I'm going to start off initially with a diminished arpeggio, pulling off from 18 to 15 on the first string. Then I play 17 of the second, and then 18, 15 on the third string. Okay, so mostly pick just to pull off at the start. I'm going to pick all of this and working through this chromatic idea. So what I'm doing here is playing 17, 16, 15, 14 on the second string. And then I jump to 17 of the third. And then I want to work around this diminished idea. So we've done this. I want to jump back down to 14 of the second string. This is where the next diminished arpeggio starts. 14 of the second, 15 of the third string, and then 17, 14 on the fourth. Let's take it from the start. Okay, and then from there I want to work forwards through a couple of diminished ideas. Okay, so what I'm doing here, from when I've hit 14 of the fourth string, I'm going to go back to 17 and work down the diminished arpeggio. So we're playing 17 of the fourth, 15 of the third, and then 14 to 17 as a hammer on the second string. Okay, and then a similar idea. I've got a hammer on at the start and the end of this one. I'm playing a hammer from 15 to 18 on the third, 17 of the second, and then I hammer 15 to 18 on the first string. Sorry, we actually pick that 18 so that I can get that sliding. So we're going to play 15, 18, and then slide to 21, and then bring it back to 18. So let's go from the start of these diminished arpeggios, and then we'll take it from the start. Hammer on, pick, pick, pick. Okay, let's take it from the start now. Okay, as soon as I've brought back that slide, I want to pull off to 15, and then jump to 17 of the second string, and then play 18 to 15 again. So we go very similar to the first arpeggio we had at the start, just with that slide. And then we're going to do the chromatic idea again. So that's exactly the same idea that we had at the start. 17, 16, 15, 14, then jumping to 17 of the string above. And then we work down that diminished. Except instead of sliding up this time, so we're basically repeating the same idea. Instead of sliding from 18 to 21, I want to slide from 18 to 15. And then pull off down that diminished arpeggio. So what we're going to do is slide from 18 to 15, pull off to 12, and then I'm going to play 14 of the second string, and then 15, 12 on the third string. So let's do what we've got, and then we'll keep adding to this. So from the start. Hopefully that's all making sense so far. Now I just want to add a little bit of a chromatic piece to it. And then we're going to start the next one that works down the semitone. So what I'm doing for the chromatic is I'm going 14, 13, 12, 11. And then I jump to the 14 of the third string. So we're going 14, 13, 11, 12, 11 on the second, and then to 14 of the third string. And then I'm going to do a diminished arpeggio from 11 of the second string. So it's going to go 11 of the second, 12 of the third, and then 14, 11 on the fourth. Okay, and at the end of that, I've just got 3 more notes. I'm playing 14 of the fourth, 12 of the third, and then 11 of the second. So it'll go... And that's going to be the first chunk. So let's put it all together, and then I'll show you what I mean about the second group. So we're going to go... Hopefully that's all making sense. And then we just jump to 17 of the first string. That's exactly the same idea all the way back to here, just back a fret. So what we're going to do is we'll do it slowly with some tabs, and just read along with it, and you'll notice that the ideas are exactly the same. We want to do a whole group from 18, a whole group from 17, a whole group from 18 again, and then a whole group from 17. So let's do it again slowly with some tabs, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, let's have a look at the last chunk. I want to start off with a big delicious bend on 22 of the second string. Then when I bring it down, give it a nice angry vibrato. I think of it as micro bends because it's so wide. So just think of it as very, very quick bends. So we work into this. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing 19, 20, and then 19 again on the first string. But when I get to that 19 the second time, I'm going to do a hammer-on into a pull-off, going 20 back to 19. Okay, then I'm going to jump to 22 of the second, and then back down to the 19. So all together. When I get, after that 19, I want to go back to a bend on 22 of the second. He doesn't actually pick it again, he just does a bend up, and then brings it down and vibratos it. Let's take it from the start now. Okay, let's look at the next chunk now. I want to play 19, 20, 19 on the second string. Then I play 22. So I go 19, 20, 19, and then to 22. Okay, and then after that I want to do two bends on 20 of the second. So altogether the most recent chunk. Okay, after the second bend, I'm going to bring the bend down and pull off to 19. So I'll go. After I've brought it down and pulled off to the 19, just a regular 20 with a slight vibrato. Okay, let's take it from the start now. Okay, now we've just got the little aggressive legato run at the end, and that's the whole solo. So what I want to do, we're going to pick all of these notes. I'm going to play 12, 14, 15 on the first string, and then I hit 15 again, and then pull it off. So I'm going to go 12, 14, 15, and then hit 15 again and pull off 14, 12. Okay, then I jump to 15 of the second string, and then back down to 12 of the first. Okay, then from there I'm just working diatonically down the scale with legato. So I'm going to do 15, 13, 12, just plucking the first note on the second string and then pulling off. Okay, then a very similar idea on the third string, but I'm playing 14, 12, 11. Okay, and then I just want to pull off 14, 12 on the fourth. Then I use my middle finger again over here, just to get that bend. I find bending with my point is pretty balls, so I think it's all up to you really, but I do the pull off there, and then just use the middle there again. I'm using my pointer as well in the bend, and doing a bit of a wrist twist as well. So I'm going, go to the bend, then it goes 10, 9, 10. You can find a nice squeal, I think it adds to it. Okay, and then after that we're working to this. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing a hammer on into a pull off 9, 10, 9 on the fourth, hammer on into a 10 and then pull off to the 9. Then I jump to 12 of the fifth string, then back to 9 of the fourth, and then 12-10 on the 5th. So I'll play that phrase a bit slower. And then we just pick the last couple of notes. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing 9, 10, 9, picking all these notes on the 5th string, and then I jump to 12 of the 6th, then back down to 9 of the 5th, and do 12 of the 6th again. And I just want to hit an aggressive vibrato with a bit of a squeal on, that's 9th fret of the 6th string. So I'll do the last chunk, we'll put it all together, and then we'll do it slowly with some tabs. So from here. Let's take it from the start of this section, and then we'll do it one more time with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. And that was my tutorial on The Rhythm Dragon Has Come by Nevermore. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Catch you real soon.